This is a 2014, and what's crazy is that this thing got repoed. So whoever did all of this work was gone in just a matter. Look at this. Oh my God.
It's your boy KamsCorner. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see today, we're looking at people with horrible financial literacy that are in horrible financial situations because of their cars. Let's get right into the video. I'm gonna give you my thoughts at the end as a former car salesperson. Let's get right into the video.
What's the balance of this?
48,000.
We just got it.
Yeah.
How many months?
Nope.
75 months.
You're not gonna like the interest rate either.
What is it? That's
18.
Yeah, it's 18.
No, are you my life?
No.
What are you doing? What are you guys doing to your future, guys?
Well,
How could you sign this? How could you see the number 18 and sign
Crazy.
it? At 70 whatever months with that minimum monthly payment? You guys are lucky you don't have a mortgage. Oh,
that was kind of our reasoning.
that's a bad reason.
We can
That gives
afford
you
it.
that gives you opportunity. That doesn't mean fuck up more.
You're right, but we can afford it.
No,
It's just
guys, the car's worth $31,550.
aren't they all always upside down like the first year?
Not like that.
Yeah, but not. That's a substantial drop. That's a substantial drop.
Okay, well,
What is that? $17,000?
yeah.
Did I math that right?
I will say the Prius was upside down 14. They ended up only needing to roll over.
Did you put nothing down?
For the Prius.
We
no.
put 2,500 down for this one.
You want to put at least 10% down
Those salespeople made their commission.
on a finance, not a lease.
Let me tell you, this car's that's in
I
2018.
gotta pause right there. Let me say something, and this is not legal advice, but in those situations, you're better off waiting for a winter storm, drive on some back roads, and slip off the road and crash into a ditch and crash into a tree and just get an insurance payout and get out of your loan. If you don't want to go bankrupt. I'm not saying you should do that. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I want you guys to understand. 17% for 75 months on a $48,000 loan that they're already $17,000 upside down in. You realize they're gonna end up paying for the car 3 to 4 times over before it's paid off. Like they're gonna end up paying probably with the cost of borrowing $120,000 at 18%, maybe even more. I don't even know. But let me
Mitsubishi Mirage G4. What's the interest rate on this thing?
11%. No. Let me be honest. I did something dumb.
What?
I got my first car 2019. Car got repoed, and the crazy thing is, I had the money to the dime. All that was in my savings. I just wasn't. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
Your own life.
That was.
Man.
I literally spent the same amount of money to get a new car the same day. It was like.
You could have sold the car. And there's lots of options that could have happened.
That was the dumbest thing I ever did in my life.
A car payment is literally the #1 wealth killer in the show. My son bought his dream car at 21, a Chrysler 300. And I bought my first dream car, I think at 40, which was a Lexus ES350.
Chrysler 300.
And his car payment at the time was about $600. And my car payment at the time was $537. I want to repeat that. I was making 6 times more than my son made, and his car payment was $70 more per month than I was paying. He also couldn't contribute to his 401k.
That's crazy.
He also couldn't contribute to the employee stock purchase program. Why? Because the bulk of his net income was dedicated to a depreciating asset. Listen, there is nothing wrong with having your dream car, but it should not hinder you from preparing yourself for financial independence in the long term. I drive my dream car now, right? In 22, I bought a Cadillac Escalade, and guess what? Just like my boy Quay is saying, it becomes just your new normal. It's just a car that I get in. If I had to do both of those things over again, I would have kept my Malibu that I was paying $237 for, paid it off, and I wouldn't have any car payments, and all that money would be able to go to investing. Sometimes it's not God that doesn't provide. It's us that don't properly allocate.
Y'all need to stop buying cars that you can't afford. I mean, look at some of these repos that I found at auction today. 2020 SRT. This thing is a repo. It's still got the tag on it. Look at the inside. It's not that clean. Someone has definitely been smoking the, the Zaza in here. But look at this. And one key. That's the issue with repos. You only get a key, one key. Doesn't sound too bad. What y'all think? Is this the craziest Subaru y'all have ever seen? Look at this. Carbon fiber wide body kit. Look at the wing. This is a 2014, and what's crazy is that this thing got repoed. So whoever did all of this work was gone in just a matter. Look at this. Oh my god.
For nothing.
Well, it looks like he tried to take some of the stuff out. Look at that. That's insane. Y'all be leaving the guard shields on just for the car to get repoed. Look at this. This is a RT 2019.
Exactly.
Look at this thing. One key. And it's dead.
Okay, that's the video, man. The first thing I want to say is please do not modify your car before it is paid off. I know this may seem like a foreign concept to some people. Do not do what that guy with the Subaru did. He probably spent $5,000 to $10,000 on modifications, which he could have spent on paying off his vehicle, and he would still have it. My opinion, you could maybe do some minor stuff, maybe rims, if you're getting like rims for under $1,000. But focus on paying off your car first. Do not modify a car that the bank owns. That makes no sense. If the bank's name's on the title, you do not own that car. Do not modify it. It is not yours. It does not belong to you. Another thing, repos. I would not buy a repo personally, because if you can't afford your car payments, I know you are not doing up with the maintenance. That Jeep looks nice, but I know they did not do the proper oil change. They did not do the proper service intervals. I would not purchase that vehicle whatsoever. Another thing with the dream car stuff, I want a sports car. Me and my girlfriend went to the auto show. I'll put a clip in here. And we saw so many beautiful cars. We sat in a C8 Corvette. That's the first sports car that I think I would buy, because it's only around $80,000. I'm saying only, but it's attainable and it's American, so it's going to be easier to maintain. Parts are easier to find, all of that good stuff. But that car, I am not going to buy that car before I buy a property. It doesn't make any sense. If you do not own a property, you probably shouldn't buy an $80,000 car, because these cars will ruin your chance of being financially free one day. So for me, I've been investing in my retirement savings since I was about 21 years old. I have more in retirement savings than a lot of people my age even have in their savings account, in their bank account in total. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not to brag. That's just to show I listened to people that were smarter than me and tried to do things the right way. So that's another thing. Do not rush into getting this dream car unless you're doing it for maybe content. Like for me, if I'm getting it, when I get the Corvette or whatever sports car I get first, best believe I'm doing content. Y'all gonna see it. But I would only get that before owning a property if that car is going to make me money. Not just to have it, just to show. Because as the dad said, it's gonna become your new normal. So if you have a Ferrari, the first 100 days is gonna be like, yo, I have a Ferrari. But once you drive that car and it becomes your regular car, it's just a car now. So don't let something in the short term ruin your long-term goals. Another thing, let me give you a rule of thumb. The whole spending your car shouldn't be more than 20% of your income, that's unrealistic, so I'm not even going to preach that. But what I will tell you is if you make $50K a year, your car should not cost more than 50% of your annual income. Meaning, if I make $50,000 a year, my car should not cost more than $25,000. That does not make any sense. There's too many people out here that make $55,000 a year and their car costs $65,000 because they have a BMW M340i. Do not do that to yourself. You can't afford the car at that rate. The car should not cost more than half of your annual salary. Meaning, again, I'll say it another example. If you make $40K per year, your car should not cost more than $20K per year. It really should not. And the reason why, I know some people may say that's too big of an amount for that income. But the reason why I say that is because cars are just so expensive nowadays. And at least I know if the car costs 50% of your income, it's expensive, but your payments should be manageable, especially if you don't have a crazy interest rate. And that's another thing. If your interest rate is above prime plus maybe 3 or 4%, you shouldn't be financing a car at that price. You should be financing a car less than $5,000. pay it off quickly and build your credit, and then go finance the car that you want or go lease the car that you want. But do not sign these loans at 18%. You are going to end up buying the car 3 times when what you should have done, got a smaller car, $5,000, maybe $10,000, paid it off in a year or 2, built that credit equity with the bank so they know that you're a good lender and your credit score goes from a 450 to a 680 so you could qualify for the prime rate. Just do yourself a break. Do not screw yourself over. When I was in car sales, I remember so many people coming in, and I kid you not, they would make $2,200 a month after tax. I remember this vividly. Make $2,200 a month after tax, and they're trying to get a car and the payment's $850 a month. Make it make sense. After your insurance and gas, you pretty much have no money left. And they would literally, I would want to help them, but obviously at the time I was a young kid. I'm just trying to make my money. I don't care. If you want to screw yourself over, screw yourself over. I would see that too much. So please be mindful. And another thing with interest rate, I'll tell you a story from when I was selling cars. I was doing subprime finance. I was a subprime finance manager at one point. And somebody wanted a Audi A4. I think it was an A4, the 2018 model. I'll probably put a picture here. That's what they wanted. The car was $33,000, I think, but their interest rate was 29%. The cost of borrowing, if you looked at the actual bill set at the end, it actually showed you the total amount that you're going to be paying. It came out to like $80,000. If they made the regular payments for I think it was 72 months, so 6 years, it was around $80,000. I was disgusted. I almost threw up in my mouth, but they signed it. They wanted that. I don't think they actually got approved from the bank, to be honest with you, but they signed off on it. And if the bank approved them, they were going to walk away, and their payment was like $1,500 a month. And they didn't even make that much money. It didn't make any sense. But let me know what you think. Please take my advice. Put some advice down below for people that may not know what I know or may not know what you know. If you have any tips for anyone financially in terms of their cars, let me know. I'm KamsCorner. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're very close right now. And also, you can follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. It's in the description below. I believe my TikTok is KamsCorner5, and my Instagram should be just KamsCorner or KamsCorner5. If you follow me on those platforms, I will be following you back. Just send me a message, say, hey, I found you from YouTube, and I'll make sure I follow you back. And if you have any interesting videos you want to send me or you want me to react to, just send that to me, and I'll make sure I go ahead and put that on my queue to react to. Again, this is KamsCorner, and I'm out.
Just an arrow, but never get my